Hey, what's happening, Nation? It's Joku. I made that video yesterday talking about who we were going to bring out and who we had to cut to get down to that 80-man roster, and the preseason being canceled. And as soon as I ended that video, so many of you guys hit me up and you were like, "Who's the 10 people you would cut?" And I was like, "Man, I'll take a look at it and try to break it down a little bit." But I'll tell you, this was way harder than I ever thought it was going to be. And there's no telling who Gruden and Mayock are going to keep. Those two dudes are freaking geniuses compared to me sitting down here in my basement. But I wanted to put it out there to you guys, and I wanted to put an open challenge out there to the rest of the Raider YouTubers. Make this video. I really want to see who you guys would cut if we had to bring it down to an 80-man roster before camp, and just see if we overlap and just see who we get right, who we get wrong. I think it would be a pretty cool thing to do. And we're not going to waste too much time. We're going to go ahead and jump into it. Diego, what's up, dude? Mine are Mariner, Killings, Parker, Cush, Doss, Aruna, Valoga, and the long snapper from Ohio State, the tight end from Penn State, Stanback, Paul Butler, Crawley. This is hard. Man, it is hard. It is so hard. I'm telling you it is. A lot of good players will get cut throughout. Wisdom, what's up, dude? Welcome to the show. A ton of these dudes are going to get cut, and it's going to drive me insane. But I want to go ahead. I want to put my list out there. Andrew, what's up, dude? So let's just start off with this. The first dude I had out there going was the tight end, Nick Bowers. He's one of the rookie guys that we have out there. I don't think he's going to end up making the cut for us. It kind of sucks. I wanted to see what that kid could do. But a lot of these dudes are never even going to get a chance to put a jersey on. So I think he's going to be, that's my number one off the list out there. Zach, what's up, dude? Number two, defensive back, Jordan Brown. Now, I mean, he's another dude. I think we have our four safeties pretty much locked down. I think our safeties will be Randall, Abram, Heath, and Harris out there. I don't see somebody like Brown going out there and beating out Harris or Heath to take one of those backup positions. The dude's still pretty young. Maybe he'll end up on the practice squad. There's no telling, but he would be my number two cut. My third cut would be long snapper Liam McCullough. We still have Trent Siege. So he is our long snapper. I think that was just kind of like a competition thing out there to see which one of them would stay. But if you have to knock down and get it to this 80-man roster, you might as well go ahead and drop one of your two long snappers. You're not going to need a real competition there. Trent's been really good for us. I don't see a problem with moving forward with him. So that would be my number three on the list out there. Zach, what's up, dude? Welcome to the show. We already have four starting caliber tight ends. That's what I'm saying. And like, that's the other thing. A lot of these positions out there, like tight end, like wide receiver, we are so deep at those positions right now to where honestly you could cut 10 players just cutting those two positions. But I know they're going to want to bring a lot of those dudes into camp. They're going to want to see what they look like out there. So I try to break it up a little bit by position to where we could just kind of still bring in the top players that we keep talking about without having to cut any of these bigger names out there. Nick, what's up, dude? Welcome to the show. I know people don't like PJ, but we might need him this year. PJ is not on my list. I will go ahead and tell you that right now. I think PJ is going to end up continuing to be in that rotation. And honestly, I like it, dude. I truly do like it. I know I've been down on PJ in the past, but at the same time, the dude's still young, and he does have a lot of upside to him. He knows this defense. We're not going to be looking for major changes as far as like mixing things up out there. Sorry about that. Somebody just hit me up on Twitter. Turn this off real quick. All right, that was my bad. And then the next one we'll get into, it's one of the wide receivers. It's Pearson L out there. I really don't think he's going to be one of the dudes that makes the cut. I think he's just surrounded by more talent than he has right now, which kind of sucks to say. But I mean, we have like 11 wide receivers on this team right now, dude. It's insane. And we're only going to end up keeping 6, like tops maybe 7. And I highly doubt you'll see 7. I'm pretty sure it's going to be 6 out there. So Pearson L is definitely going to be out of here. The next one is running back Rod Smith. The dude had his chance. He didn't pan out. I know you, Diego, you had Stanback on your list. I really like Stanback. I really think Stanback has a legitimate shot at making this team out there. I really think he can beat out Booker, and I know he could beat out Smith. I really don't even think Smith's going to end up making it into camp. We might end up bringing all the running backs into camp just to kind of see how it plays out. But when you're making these cuts, man, I'm telling you guys, when you start going through this, dude, you start looking at this roster and breaking it down. Some of these dudes, you're like, damn, man, I'd like to see him at camp, but it's like, I'd rather see other people there. So Rod Smith ended up taking the X on my list. The next one was another rookie out there. It was Kamal Seymour. He's a tackle. we have a lot of depth at that tackle position. This kid is a little bit undersized. The Raiders love their giant tackles out there. We have good depth at that position. It's unfortunate. That's another dude I could see possibly getting onto the practice squad out there, but I don't see him making that camp move, dude. And it sucks to say because I hate saying it for these young guys out there. Diego, on the next one, it's Mariner. I did agree with you. It's just another wide receiver. I think that kid, if we saw him through camp and he went through the motions and we had a full preseason, I think there would be a pretty good amount of hype behind him. So he's another dude that I'm not too sure what they're going to do with. But as far as making those initial cuts, Mariner was on my list out there. The that list was off the top of my head. That's what I'm saying, dude. You start looking at this roster and really breaking it down. What if Ingold goes down? Who's going to be the lead blocker for Jacobs? Honestly, dude, like a dude like Carrier could play that position. 'Cause I really think that he has a shot at still making it out there. Even Foster Moreau could line up in that position. And honestly, Foster Moreau back in that fullback position and the options that it gives you out of that run game, I like that. I like that a lot. And do not take anything away from Foster's blocking. That dude understands the assignments and he can lay the wood and knock some people out. All right, the next one I had out there was Justin Phillips. Justin Phillips, he was on this team last year for like a 2.5, 3 week stint when we were searching for that third linebacker out there. And I don't know, he got cut then. I could see him getting cut before this camp even happens. We've seen what he can do. He's been on this team. The Raiders obviously didn't like what they saw, so they ended up cutting him. They brought him back just because I think he knew what was going on, but now with all these changes and everything going on, I think it's going to be a pretty easy cut for them. Rod Smith can lead block. Yes, he can. I will agree with you there, but I'm telling you, dude, I don't think Rod Smith's going to be on this team. We have players that can go out there. I mean, hell, honestly, if you think about it, Booker could lead block if he needed to. I'm telling you right now, Stanback could go out there and lead block for Jacobs, and that would actually look pretty freaking good out there. Carlos, what's up, dude? Welcome to the show. Hot take, Moreau is better blocker than a pass catcher. I am not going to say that. I think Moreau is... That kid, I'm telling you right now, that kid has the potential to be one of the best tight ends in football within the next 3 to 4 years. And I know he's a Raider, and I know I talk every Raider up. That dude has some serious talent out there. I don't care if he was playing for somebody else. I've watched him come out of college. That kid, he's something special, man. I am telling you. I really hope we lock that kid down. All right, the next one was a defensive tackle. Our defensive tackle position, I mean, you're talking about, you're keeping Collins, you're keeping Hurst, you're keeping Hall, you're keeping Hankins. And then Mike Panasiuk, I think is how you say his name. He's another rookie dude out there. I know a lot of you guys are pretty high on him, but I think he's going to be one of those dudes that never even gets a chance to put on the jersey because we have the depth there. We have some other defensive tackles behind him as well. He was the smallest out of the group, so I really could see him being the one that gets cut off of this. Could you see Kyle Wilber being a surprise cut? I was going back and forth on him, but that dude is like a true... There's dudes out there in the NFL that are just known for playing special teams. And Wilber is one of those guys, and he is damn good at it. So I really don't think he's going to be one of those cuts. I've gone back and forth on him a good bit, but if you watch the tape on him, it's always his special team stuff. He can get in there and play linebacker if he has to, but the dude is a special teams machine, so I will take him out there. Moreau is a TD machine, though. Dude, I'm telling you, dude, Foster is awesome. Moreau is a beast. Mike, yeah, dude, Mike's on my list. What's up, bub? Feel you're on point with your picks. Rob, Raider McLeod, I appreciate it, dude. Welcome to the show, man. Muse could take his place on special teams. Yeah, but I think Muse will just end up learning from him and then playing on the opposite side of him. But I think Muse is greater than Wilbur. Yes, he is. But I don't want to see Muse be stuck as a special teams dude out there. I want Muse to be able to go out there, play a little bit of special teams, learn this defense, get out there, take that thing over, and then we get into a true 4-3, and it just blows my freaking mind. What's up, Son of the Nation? We should be thankful for Sajoku. 2 reasons. Number 1, of course, and number... Oh, Michael, dude, I appreciate you, man. All right. And then the last dude I had on my list out there, it was our defensive end position. I know we're looking to bring in other defensive ends, but I really think that position, as far as we're sitting right now, it's looking pretty deep. And then it's Kendall Vickers. we have better defensive ends at depth on this position, and we're looking to bring in more defensive ends as far as like Clowney and other players out there. So I could definitely see him being one of the cuts out there. There's a few other defensive ends that I was kicking back and forth trying to figure out who was going to be on that list. But it ended up coming down for me. It came down to Vickers. So that would be my 10, dude. And that would put us at 80. There's no real huge names on there to where anybody would be like, oh, damn, dude, I can't believe that you put them on there. I think the biggest name without just people that we actually talk about on this channel was probably Rod Smith out there. But the rest of this list, I think, is pretty straightforward, dude. The only other guy I would really question is Mariner, but I just don't think he's honestly going to get that shot out there of seeing it. So I don't know. That one kind of sucks. I'm really hoping he ends up going to camp and making our practice squad because I do like that kid. Do you see Corey Littleton still playing a lot? Yeah, I do. I really like Corey Littleton. I truly do. I think that dude's going to be probably, I don't know, dude. Him and Kwiatkowski, I don't want to hype it up too much and then go out there and see him get just crapped on throughout the season. But those two guys in those linebacker positions with us in a nickel defense have a serious shot at becoming one of the best linebacker duos in football out there. And I'm just going to leave it at that, dude. Good to see you twice a day, Joe Q. Oh, Lee, dude, what's up, dude? Glad you can make it out for it. Yeah, I swear, dude, it seemed like everybody that had a Raider show went live between like 5 and 9 o'clock tonight. I was just kind of sitting back, kind of putting this video together, waiting to put my move out there. Blocks punts for days. He does, dude. He does. He's just so fast. But I think we're going to be using him so much that you won't see him really in that capacity as much, but I think you will definitely see it out there. All right, man, and that's what I had. So that's it, dude. I want to know who your guys' 10 are out there. And it is. When you start, I'm telling you, open it up, go look at our roster out there, and then just pick 10 dudes off of there. It's tight, dude. You start getting into some names where you're like, dude, that dude could be cut. And there's a few dudes that are injured right now that you're like, man, they could just cut them and not even bring them out to camp. So I'm curious to see what happens with that. If we sign Clowney, Arden Key is gone. Man, that is a tough one. I would really love to see Clowney and Key play together. I would truly love to see that. And we have other defensive ends on this team that we could drop off. I think Arden Key's definitely going to camp. I think there's no doubt about that. But bringing in a dude like Clowney, depending on what his contract was, like Clowney on a one-year deal, I'll tell you, man, I was thinking about this earlier and it totally pissed me off. How pissed would you be out if we went out there, gave Clowney a bunch of money, he signed with our team, we were all jacked up, and then he was like, I'm going to opt out for this season just because I don't feel safe about playing. It's like, you can't be pissed at him, but at the same time, it's like, dude, come on. That kind of scares the crap out of me. I do not want to see that happen. But I think Clowney and Key would actually be a pretty good combo out there. If Clowney is still unsigned by August, we should test the waters again. Yeah, I think we're going to continue to test those waters until Clowney's out there. But I think that offer we have out there is going to start looking better and better for him, especially as this team starts to piece together and we see the chemistry we're building. So it's a definite possibility. All right, man, this is pretty much going to be a short one. Like I said, other Raider YouTubers out there, I challenge you, dude. Take this challenge. Tell me the 10 you would cut. Let's see how it all plays out. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. I truly do appreciate it. Please click that like button on your way out. Sorry it's another short show, but planning on doing one this weekend where we just go live and just kind of open it up and just talk everything Raider football. So until then, guys, I'm Son Joku. Thank you all very much. Have a good night.